With this spell, I control my fate. But now your power turns to hate. The chains you forged, they now fall astray. I break your damn spell and never obey.
Hey guys, what's up? So this reading is going to be for Pisces. When I did the Aries reading, I was going to do the extended, but then I pulled out a card for the Pisces reading, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. It was a while ago, but it's been sitting on my table. The way it was spread out, when I was shuffling the cards, there were cards that came out that were the most prominent, and when they showed themselves, they had a little message that came up in my head, so I saved those, but we're still going to do a different spread, okay? So when I did do it, you had cherish the small things, and it's number 16, which means it's number 7 in numerology, which means it's the most spiritual number. So, and you do have the 9 of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. So it's 9 of Pentacles is more of your spiritual gifts, spiritual prosperity. Doesn't have to be, but that's what the card usually does represent in this specific deck. So with it being upside down, it's the way the spread looked is it's you might be trying to change or grow right now, expanding your awareness and your consciousness, doing whatever. So okay, this one is people that usually watch tarot readings or something like that, they're more spiritual, I feel but they might not be. So if you are trying to grow into something and it is a spiritual awareness or consciousness, you feel you might not be getting anywhere right now, because you also have the Magician, which is backwards, and that's manifesting. It's also Gemini. And it's then you have the Queen of Cups. And it's the Queen of Cups is you're doing everything right, you might be emotional, but then the Lovers card kept coming out, but it was I had to keep shuffling, so it was coming out in different directions. So when I put that, it could be about trying to grow from a relationship that isn't going anywhere, and you feel you're doing everything you can, or maybe even being very nurturing and everything, or maybe you're not able to be in this energy for whatever reason, and it's messing up a relationship or a relationship with yourself because you feel you're not growing either in the relationship or the relationship with you, or a choice, because this is also a Gemini, because the Lovers is a choice. It's duality. It's not always a lover or a relationship. I like to use the Lovers as also a relationship within yourself. And since they're two, they're black and white, it's also, have you ever seen the Michael Jackson video? It's the black and white one. It's doesn't matter if you're black or white. You could be going through some kind of change in identity, and that's where you're wanting the growth, because then after you have the 10 of Cups, which is about happiness, family, stuff like that. So you might be trying to make a decision that isn't helping you grow either within yourself or a relationship or life in general, where there's a choice, right, in your happiness, because you might not be feeling noticed right now, right? And that's what's not supporting your growth with your spiritual prosperity or stability, or if you're trying to make a business in the spiritual kind of way, as in I don't know, Reiki or energy work, or just expanding the awareness, right? Plus this has okay, so chakras, right? You have the indigo kind of, which is the third eye, then the purple, which is your crown, and the yellow is your sacral. Your sacral is about identity, right? But it's saying cherish the small things. So when it says cherish the small things, the thing that I'm getting from that is there might be really little going on, but it's gonna be a big change. And we will find out why or how or find out something, right? Because there might be running away from something. Okay, there might be running away from feeling like an empress or building something new and turning the wheel. See the black and white, right? You might be in a decision right now going black and white, what's good for me, what's not. So, or who you want to work with, right? You might be having to work with new people, a new team, again, with their relationship, having to make a choice on people. Who's in your circle, who's good for you, you know, stuff like that. Because what you might be doing right now isn't helping. You might be feeling that way, but it doesn't mean necessarily that it is, right? So the black and white, if you have trauma related, okay. So trauma related, if you're doing black and white, okay. How do I explain this? So when I explain like indecision to people, you might be wanting to walk away from something. Again, which kind of makes sense because of the whole spread that's already been. But what, Brutus? Yeah, see, exactly. Wow. Walking away from something.
You want one?
What is it?
It's a sandwich.
What kind of sandwich?
What is it?
I don't know. What kind of Sorry, I took a break because he made me food and I was excited. I'm pregnant, so whatever. So, you might be wanting to walk away from something or having to make a choice about walking away that's something into happiness, right? Because the Empress, she's about creating, right? Gaia, the beginning, you know? So, it's like not being able to manifest a new beginning because you're going through the choice of back and forth of black and white, right? But what I mean by black and white and the wheel turning over to new people, new life, new whatever, because you're wanting to walk away from something that did not serve you anymore. And it's been a long journey. It's been a long time coming, right? When I was looking at this while I was eating, I was looking at it, it's like cherish the small things, right? So it has the palm, it has the bird communication messaging. So you might have some good friends, or you might be hearing some good things, but you still feel like you're not. The ribbon is kind of like free flowing. Dragonfly transformation, you know, like, it's not really like a pretty flower, but like if you were using it, it's like growth, death and rebirth, you know, like, did I already say transformation? Yeah, whatever. We're not thinking about the black and white chart. We're thinking about the black and white. So, growing up, it's hard for us to make our own decisions growing up, depending on how we yeah, see, no, I'm not gonna take this, never mind. If it comes up again, I will. If depending on the environment that you were brought up in, it's like, okay, so for me, I had to go to daycare, right, at my grandmother's, but I was unsafe when I went there. But because I was a kid, I didn't have a choice. So it's like my black and white, right, is not knowing, even though it's like obvious, because of programming as a child, you don't know what's good and what's bad. You don't know. Like, people tend to go towards their comfort zone, which is toxic. It's the unsafe, right? And it's like you would think you would know, but sometimes with people it's complicated and it's hard to make decisions because they were never able to make their own decisions into their own safety. Do you know what I'm saying? Is that you? Okay. So, looking at new things, right? Experiments, like I was saying, trying to leave the nest of whatever it is, manipulation of nature, forcing change, cruelty in the pursuit of knowledge, arrogance. Yeah, so it's like something isn't working out, something isn't helping you grow. A relationship, a turmoil within yourself, right? Feeling unseen, not being able to grow into spiritual prosperity, stability, whatever it is, even if you're working on like, if you're religious, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be spirituality as in like this kind of stuff. It can be religion, because even for me, like I still believe in God, but I do this stuff and it's like people think it's the devil's work, and it's like, no, it's energy. It's all it is. It's all just energy. Like you use a pendulum, it's energy. I don't trust pendulums as much because sometimes it can be hard to differentiate. What are you looking for? Thank you. They're right there for the sandwich. It was good. The plate is over there if you want to take it.
Cool.
It's my baby.
Oh.
Okay, so dreams, right? Vivid dreaming, dream messages, dream teaching. I don't know why, but that popped into my head. See, like, the communication, like, seeing the actual, like, there's maybe, like, an energy giving you advice, but it's, like, you're not used to it. So, turning the wheel from something old into something new that isn't working out anymore, that you don't feel noticed, walking away from not feeling noticed into something that maybe somebody's telling you, a dream that you want, a dream that you want. Having dream messages, energy field adjustment. Yeah, so aura cleaning and health. So like I was saying, everything is energy. You might be wanting to clear out the energy that has been holding you back from the growth, right? Fertility. So baby, same with her. That's usually what I do. What?
The dog's leash.
All right, sorry. So you could also be holding something dear to you. It could be the relationship, or it could be a bad pattern, or some kind of comfort zone, right? But growing out of it is the decision I feel like you have to make right now, either about a person, yourself, new people coming into your life, and walking away from something that was a hard journey. But appreciating also the things that came with it, the knowledge that came with it. Did I do these? No. It doesn't matter. The knowledge that came with whatever the dream was, you know, whatever you heard. Hold on, I want to fix these. I'm gonna do it this way, because when I was doing it, it's like saying like not surrendering to change, because you're not having the courage to be honest with yourself about the things that you're worrying about failing, trusting in your services, and that is what will possess the power and the freedom and create the happiness. Because right now maybe your health is also in jeopardy. When I was doing this, something told me, I don't remember what it was, something about body dysphoria, but it's also like your vessel, like your peace, right? Regretting the past, maybe again not being able to forgive and forget. Well, I mean, my window is open.
You're yelling.
I'm not yelling.
You're yelling.
It's because you can hear me. You know what I'm doing right now.
It's funny.
Why?
Because we were doing that thing. He started like going nuts. You know how like you dare each other to do something, and like you with your friend, you start pushing each other towards the thing, and you're both trying to push each other, and you start fucking tripping over each other. That kind of happened.
Yeah, I could hear you. Like, I'm not dumb. I paused this and I'm like, I can hear them because
pushing me.
I'm all like, you're regretting the past.
No, you go.
Love and
You go.
forgiveness. Yeah, because he knows better. Go away. You're not going away. Christopher! Whatever. I don't even care. Okay. So it's weird because what I was, sorry, it totally fucked me up. Knowing you can't change the past, right? Regret. Forgiving a person or yourself. I can still hear you. What? Forgiving a person or yourself. Knowing that committing to the practice of seeing the good in all things, right? So the cherishing all the small things. But the unforgiveness is what blocks the flow of love, right? So it's like I feel like he's right there, so it's hard for me to do this right now. And okay, so if you watch the video, right, you can tell how soft-spoken I am when I know he's in the fucking house. As soon as I knew he was leaving, you can hear me go back into how I normally am with all my other videos. And now I feel like he's at my window right now. So now I'm back to like acting weird and not being myself. How I am usually in my videos. Okay, so I embrace and when you're doing freaking tarot readings, you need to be in the moment. Okay, I embrace and nurse. Yeah, so imagination. So there could have been something that you were imagining that wasn't true, that was making it hard for you to see both sides of a situation, and it was affecting your self-esteem. And you weren't understanding that the grief that you might have been experiencing from whatever it was, from some kind of loss, should have been more of a gratitude because it wasn't for you and this was supposed to happen, right? Because you have relationships and I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good, right? So it's like you weren't attracting to the people for your higher good, which is the change, the wheel of the choice into happiness, of feeling noticed again, and not having the patience in trusting in the universe or whatever it is that you might believe in, even yourself, having the patience within yourself, right? Okay, so since these are fixed, let's just do these real quick and then I'm gonna be done, and I'm gonna try to push myself into doing, well, I already kind of did these, so I think, like, what else am I really gonna get out of, I just want to make sure that this is long enough that it's worth, you know what I mean, being able to be like, oh, this is reading, because it's only fair, right? Okay. Yeah, happiness and success. What's on the bottom? Knowing that when you're happy, that means that you're on the right path to success, and knowing that there's no greater goal than to love. Possessing the gifts of the soul that benefit you and others. Imagination again, right? So your imagination could have either helped you or not, right? There might need to be sacrifices. These are those worth making. There are those that will destroy you. There you go. Perfect. Perfect ending. Walking away from whoever it is you're working with. Yeah. Yeah, and this is pretty much like reclaiming your authenticity and feeling transparent and authentic in your own skin, telepathy, like mind reading. So that could be something that you're practicing right now, like the energy work, right? Revelation of own value, nowness, like being in the present moment. Okay, so it all goes together. It makes sense. All right. Pisces, I'm sorry if this is a weird reading just because of the way I'm acting. I'm not used to having people home and everything when I'm doing this, but when I feel up to it, I want to do it because I enjoy doing it and it's what I want to do. But because of the pregnancy, it hasn't been easy being able to, you know, whatever, because I was always sick for the first 5 months. So I hope this helped in some way. I'll make an extended if you're interested. In the description box, or there'll be an extended video that pops up that if you're interested in it, you can put it on this and let me know, and I will send you the link in order to see the extended, and it's only $9.99. And send the money to the Cash App, whatever. All right. Also doing an Etsy, where I'm going to be selling readings. So you can get your own personal reading. Again, it will be a video, like a one-on-one, or it will be a Zoom meeting together. So that's up to you as well. I just need to put everything together. All right. I love you guys.